¿Qué tal? This video is to help you practice your pronunciation using the text that you can see in front of you. If you're not sure about the English meaning of any of it, you can see it underneath. So I'm going to read each sentence with pauses in it so that you can repeat the pronunciation back, and then I'll explain a few points that I want you to know really well. So off we go. Hola. Me llamo Josefina y soy de España, pero vivo en Inglaterra. Me gusta el fútbol porque es divertido. Nací en Madrid, pero mi equipo preferido es Barcelona. El año pasado fui de vacaciones con mi familia a Barcelona, donde visitamos el Camp Nou. Y fue genial. Desafortunadamente, no voy a volver este año. Pero voy a ir al zoo en Londres. Quisiera ir a Jamaica algún día. Okay, so just to highlight some of the key things that I want you to have picked out there. So hopefully you'll have got familiar with the vowel sounds that in Spanish don't change, they stay the same. So the A, E, I, O, U English vowels that often change in Spanish, they're always pronounced A, E, I, O, U. Also, other sounds to look out for right at the beginning of the text, you've got the letter H, which is always silent in Spanish. That's why we're saying hola, not pronouncing the H. Other key thing to look out for, the double L in Spanish, which is a bit like a Y sound. Me llamo, llamo. And again, I'm talking about the typical pronunciation in Spain. There are other places where these are pronounced slightly differently. The J is another key one to look out for, which has the H sound. So it's a bit like bringing up phlegm in the back of your throat. Josefina, Josefina. And you'll see exactly the same sound comes from the letter G when it's followed by an E or an I, such as genial we had there as well. And you've got to be careful that you don't get mixed up with words that look like English words that have different pronunciations in Spanish. So, for example, the word for Jamaica, Jamaica. So it's got the H sound, Jamaica. Other key sounds I want you to listen out for. You've got the letter Y, is pronounced like the letter I, so it's y soy de España. The N with a squiggle over the top, which we call the tilde, gives it the ñ sound. So rather than España, it's España. And the V, more often than not in Spain, the V is pronounced a bit like the B. So rather than vivo, it's vivo, vivo. It can vary, but if you give it the B sound, you'll sound very authentically Spanish. The double R has a bit of a trilled sound, so rather than Inglaterra, it's Inglaterra, R, Inglaterra. What else do I want to bring to your attention? The C. Whenever the C is followed by an E or an I, it has a sound in most places in Spain. So it will be nací. You see that also in words like the word for five, cinco. When the C is followed by an I, is f. But when it's followed by anything else other than an I or an E, then it's k. That's why we have cinco. And we also see it in the word for Barcelona, Barcelona, Barcelona. Another thing for you to be aware of is the QU. Now in English, whenever you see QU, it often has the qu sound like the word for queen. However, in Spanish, it's just like a K. So in the word for what, we've got que. And here we've got the word for team, equipo. And the word for I would like, quisiera. So be aware of that, equipo. What else I want to bring to your attention that is important? But this word for unfortunately, desafortunadamente. A lot of people find it quite challenging to deal with long words. So what I'd recommend there is just break it down into the smaller parts. So even if you're saying the word deliberately slowly, it's better to do that and get it right than think, oh, I can't do this. So an example of how to break it down into syllables. Desafortunadamente. Now, of course, that might sound strange saying it like that, but by breaking it down into those syllables first, you can then gradually repeat it and build up speed and confidence. Desafortunadamente. Desafortunadamente. And gradually build it up. Okay. And the other thing, a bit like I mentioned before, with English words and Spanish words that look the same, we talk about those as cognates. You've got the word in English, which is zoo. Make sure that when you say it in Spanish, you're thinking about how would the Spanish pronunciation be. So the letter Z is pronounced like a C when it's followed by an E or an I. In other words, and the O always has an O sound. So this word in Spanish is tho, tho. So not zoo, but tho. Same thing here with the football stadium, Barcelona. O, u, no, no. Yeah. Okay, I think that'll do us for today. Adiós. Hasta luego.